Welcome to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ben Roof, standing in for Maddie Evans. It's a beautiful May 1st, and we've got a great show in store for you today. We'll be checking out Glitz and Glam at the Revival Spa with Gretchen, and then we'll be checking out a new segment called Adventures in Coaching. And then we'll be checking out Holy Toledo over in Minturn, a wonderful consignment shop. And then we'll be taking a look at Fancy Pansy, a local flower store that'll be great for all of your Mother's Day needs. But before that, we're going to take a quick look at our local weather.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/co.
Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
Welcome back to the show. We're going to go check out the Revival Spa over in Edwards with Gretchen as part of our Glitz and Glam segment. It's a wonderful location that you and your family, I'm sure, can enjoy. Let's go take a look.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Fleshaw. I'm here in beautiful Edwards, Colorado, Revival Boutique and Med Spa. Welcome back to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm so excited to be at Revival Boutique and Spa. It is so beautiful here in the heart of Edwards, Colorado with one of my favorite human beings, Jessica Ballantyne. How are you doing, Jess?
Hi, Gretchen. I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it. This is awesome.
I love this because she is such a beautiful human being inside and out. And this space is stunning. It makes me feel so good to be in here. The calming energy, the presence here is just a fun place to be. And I have to be honest, I have been a customer for many a year. So whenever someone says I look good, I have to say it's because of you. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, you're gorgeous. That's what we want to promote. And thank you for expounding upon the whole the energy and vibe, because that's something that we definitely focus on here, and that was really important to me when opening up something like this. I wanted to really stay away from the clinical vibe, that kind of sterile, feeling or aesthetic, and really wanted it to feel like a comforting space to hang out where women and men can feel safe, and where really it's kind of like a hangout, but you're really just trying to help, make yourself feel better, look better, whatever it is that you can do to, take care of yourself, really.
And I love that about you, because it's such a stunning space, and it is a boutique and medical spa, and so many things that you have here really make you shine from the inside out. And I love that you really focus on that moment. It is about the mind, body, and beauty, like we always say. It
is.
And the whole concept of revival, coming back to life, becoming this like phoenix again from the ashes, and coming back and feeling your beautiful self. And I know so many people, I won't drop names, that come here, many people that I'm friends with. And what are some of the things that you guys do here at Revival?
Yeah, well, we are, to speak to the whole thing, we are HIPAA compliant, so we never share anyone's information in terms of who comes here. We really try to make sure we keep people's anonymity safe. And although we do really think it's important for us to really feel good and be honest and unapologetic about what we do here, and to make women and men feel good about the fact that when you see someone walking down the street that looks good, or you think that their skin looks great, they probably did something to work on it. Right. Just like when you go to the gym, if somebody has a great physique, they've probably done something to be active with it. So some of the things we offer here are injectables. We do neuromodulators like Botox and Jeuveau. We also offer fillers, which we can work in the lips, the cheeks, chin, anything to kind of help reestablish what's been lost over time with age. We really try to focus on maintaining your natural aesthetic. We don't want to make you look different, but maybe the whole kind of like, wow, you look good, what did you do?
Kind
Not
of
like, what did you do?
Yes,
exactly, refresh. That's perfect. So we also offer radiofrequency microneedling to help with collagen and tightening elastin. We offer laser resurfacing. We do photofacial treatments that help with pigment and vascularity. We also offer chemical peels, facials for the more relaxing vibe. We give the best facial in town, if you ask me.
I love it.
We really focus on pampering, we also offer M-Sculpt, which is one of my favorite treatments that helps to build muscle as well as destroying fat. So it actually taps into your fat reserves to help build that metabolic response and build muscle, which is something that we lose over time as well. Is really important to us here. It's not just about the aesthetic. It's actually about us really feeling good and being stronger, better endurance.
Well, and I love that you said that too. It's about the health piece as well.
Totally.
And we were talking off camera a little bit that you can look beautiful and you can eat well, whatever. But if you're not, it's important to do every single piece of it: mind, body, soul, beauty, all of it,
It's a holistic approach. You have to kind of think about all the things, and that's something we really focus on here. We also offer the Emcella chair, which is something that actually helps with urinary incontinence.
Wow.
It helps with something called diastasis, it helps with pelvic floor strengthening. The M-Sculpt helps with diastasis recti, which is something that's helpful for women who have had babies, who their basically abdomen kind of separates.
Wow.
But the Emcella chair helps with urinary incontinence. It helps with erectile dysfunction with men, and also urinary incontinence as in men as well, men who have had prostatectomies or had issues with their prostate, with prostate cancer, things like this. So it can help bring back a quality of life, you know, because it really affects us in our daily, you know, activities and how comfortable we feel if we're running down the street or as a woman, or like jumping on the trampoline with our kids or working out or laughing too hard. And so, you know, again, it's really about focusing on how we feel and how we show up in life and having confidence, you know, and when we look good, we feel good. When we feel good, we also look good. Like, as you said, kind of like emanating that radiance from the inside out. Yeah.
I love that. You are such a powerful woman, and you
we all are, you know, women and men. And that's one thing that we try to focus on is like the community. We really are all one. We all have this amazing essence within us, you know, so if we can bring that about within each other. And another thing about coming in here that I love is like the healing power of touch. It's so incredible how healing and powerful it is, you know, and you can have like just a little bit of that something or other, you know, just in a day. Like, that was what was so hard during the pandemic, people having to like, you know, separate or stand off. And as soon as we opened back up, it was like people flocked in here. We needed that interaction and we needed to feel good about ourselves. And some of that comes from obviously like feeling good about ourselves from within, but you know, we want to work on things outwardly too, and that's okay. And again, being unapologetic about it and doing what makes us feel good.
I love that you said that, unapologetically yourself, and feeling it's okay to look good and feel good. And everyone wants to feel that and have that moment. And I also love that you said men coming in here as well, because I feel like, especially maybe in our town, people don't, that's not true. A lot of men want to look good and feel good too. Why is that any different than women? So I know you're an open space for everyone, and I love that as well.
Yep. He, she, they, all of the things. Whatever, you know, whatever makes you feel good. I feel like as long as you have integrity and good intentions behind what you're doing, you're not harming others. There's nothing wrong with whatever you're pursuing or desiring, whether it's activity, whether it's something in aesthetics or you know, something that you want to do to maintain. And we all have different ways of being, right? Like our styles, our vibes, like all of those things. Like, we should all feel really good about the uniqueness of ourselves and empower each other to do that and build it up, you know?
And I think that's what I love so much about you guys, this space, Revival as well, the mind, body, and beauty, because truly you touch base, like you just said, on every single piece of that. And when people leave here, you're really making them feel like the best versions of themselves. So you're changing
That's our hope.
The world 1% at a time. Not to sound cheesy, but it's truth. Just making people shine in a different way.
Totally. It's the little things that we can do. You know, sometimes like in the space of our world right now, things seem overwhelming. I try to really kind of stay away from the news because it does seem, but I think what we can do one day at a time, just the little things, the little efforts that we can do to touch others and to like send love out, you know, into our space in our world, you know, that's what we can do. We can focus on the little things one step at a time. Yeah.
Jessica, you're amazing. Thank you so much for talking to us today. I'm here with Chrissy, who is a provider here at Revival. I am so excited to talk to you because I know off camera we've been talking a lot of things, all things beauty and just health, energy, and really what makes people glow from the outside, well, inside out, outside in, both.
Yeah, both. Goes both ways.
And yes, it does. And I love that you really take the time to get to know your patients, and you really take those moments to hear, not only listen, but what we were saying, hear what they want and what you're going to do with them. Can you kind of, tell me a little bit?
Thank you so much for having me and having us here. Here at Revival, I hear a lot that our approach is different. You know, our clients come in, it's a really safe place for them. We don't take that lightly. We're so appreciative to have them come in here and trust us. So like one of the things that we do, our consults, we take a full 45 minutes to really sit down with our clients, figure out their lifestyle, look at all aspects from physical activity to relationships to diet to we have them bring in their product lines with them, which is, I feel like, huge.
That's a lot of people, a difference. When you said that, that is kind of shocking but amazing because it makes complete sense, but I wouldn't have thought of that.
So it's a full approach, you know, that we find, and everything is customizable. It's not a one size fits all. So we really like to take that time and, you know, find the right approach and the right treatment.
And I love that you were saying earlier, kind of, you know, we were talking a little bit off camera again, but you were telling me that each person is so different, and especially in a valley like this where so many of us are so outdoorsy.
Absolutely.
That you can't just say, hey, you know, this is what or someone will even come in and say, I want this, and you'll really listen to them and say, you know what, I don't know if this is the best option for you, but here's X, Y, Z.
Or maybe not at this time in your life.
You know? I love that.
So it's, we want to get people set up. We want to see what, like I said, their physical activity is, what their skin type, what their goals are. And a lot of times it's steps to get there. So we like to take that time and look at the big picture.
I love that as well. And so you were kind of saying that it's an individualized situation here, right?
Absolutely.
And I love that you take the 45 minutes. What do you go over in those 45 minutes? What exactly, what would it look like? What would happen?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is we have somebody come in, and we really like to start the consult and have them look and tell us their favorite aspects or what they love when they look at their face and what they see.
Okay.
So then it's kind of building on that and accentuating and adding to that and going from there.
I love the positive. That's amazing. Instead of, because I was thinking, you come in and you're kind of like, oh, I don't like this.
We're not here to pick people apart.
Right.
Yeah, or judge.
I love that. Yes. Okay.
So it's building on that and then going from there and seeing what their goals are, what they would like to improve, how they see themselves getting there, what they're using as far as products at home. We're really big on using medical grade products. That's what's going to make the biggest difference in your skin, what you're doing day in and day out. So we go through all of that. We see what they're currently using, how we can help add or supplement to their, we look at their diet and lifestyle, what they're eating, how much water they're drinking, which is huge here.
I think that's I love, not to interrupt you, but I think that's brilliant, because I think so oftentimes people think, oh, one-stop shop, which it is, but you also have to keep on living the lifestyle that kind of allows that to keep on being, allows you to keep on shining and being beautiful.
And we want people to be active. We want, I mean, Jessica and I, we're huge sun lovers. We like to be out there, but it's just protecting yourself and finding a way to do it. And then coming in here and we're able to help fix all the damage done with our treatment. So
I feel like I need that. I'm in my 40s and I started getting sunspots. I'm like, what is this? What's happening? So
yeah, because you're living life. You're enjoying life. That's good. We don't want people to stop doing this.
I know. I think about that quite often. I'm like, we live here. You want to be in the mountains, but you
enjoy it.
Want people to live their lives to the fullest, but also be conscious of these are the
and
things
it's
you
also,
need to
we're
do.
really big. It's not an all or nothing approach, right? Like you don't have to be all something. You can pick and choose your little things. I mean, I'm very big on what I eat and making sure what goes into my body is healthy and organic and natural, but I also get Botox. So it's like you can have the best of both worlds.
I love that you said that, because I think so often people kind of do feel, oh, I'm so organic and I'm, living this genuine healthy lifestyle, however, but it doesn't need to be a however. You can do both.
Yes, so we're big on that here, which I think our clients appreciate.
I love that. So another question I had for you, I'm just curious. I know you do so many different things here. What is your favorite treatment to have done to yourself and or to do to someone else?
Okay. I mean, it totally depends on the space that I'm in. I mean, there can be times where, a lot of our treatments can be a little bit uncomfortable, spicy, maybe a little bit more painful.
I love that word.
It's all about the way you present it. Which give great results, right? But maybe you're in a more fragile state. Maybe you're going through something in life that's really big and traumatic. And pain we store in the body in the same place, and different things can trigger it. So maybe not a big laser is the right time for you.
Got it. Yep.
So maybe it's more of a holistic approach and a holistic facial where you feel really good. There's no downtime. You're not causing anything painful. Or maybe you're in a place where you're ready for something bigger. So it kind of just depends on where you're at. We look at all of that.
And that's huge. And so that is part of the 45 minutes too.
Absolutely.
So it is, you come in here and you get everything from your, well, there you go, mind, body, soul,
Yes,
everything, your mind, body, and beauty. Because I think you're right. So often, so many of us come in here after we've been through major life things.
Absolutely. Because you're wanting to feel good. You're wanting to look good so that you feel good.
Right.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's so great. That is so awesome. And when did you start here?
I started after Jessica had been open for about a year.
Okay.
She's a dear friend of mine. I look up to her. I'm all about, my belief is that we surround ourselves with females that are powerful and, bring more to the table. And she is absolutely that person for me. I respect her as a human, as a mom, as a mother, and as a business owner. So it was a very easy decision for me to come over and be here with her and work in this space. We go way back. We have some history. So.
You guys are such powerful, beautiful women, and I love that she's tearing up even talking about this. And that's one thing I do want to say. When you come into this space, and yes, obviously I love these women all very deeply, but you do feel a sense of sisterhood, and you feel connected, you don't feel judged, and you feel so calm.
I am
and I think
so happy that you say that.
100%.
That's huge for us.
Yes, Jessica and I have talked about this for a long time. When I first came in, I was just kind of all over the place, and she calmed me in like 50 seconds, and I'm like, I like it here.
It's a safe place.
It is a safe space,
yes.
you know,
Jessica laughs at me because there are mornings I feel overwhelmed. I'm a single mom to a 4-year-old and trying to get him to preschool, and it's like, I just need to get to work, you know, and she's like, that's crazy that you feel that way, but it's a safe place, not just for our clients, but for us as providers and employees here. So I'm glad that you feel that.
100%. Well, I want to say thank you guys so much. This was such a moment, and truly, I want everyone to know that when you come in here, you feel so good from the inside out, and
That's everything.
I'm excited to come back. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Well, we'll be excited to have you.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Gretchen.
And keep it right here for more of the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Product of the Week. Now, here we've got a great trail running shoe. It's the men's North Face Summit Vective Pro. If you're looking for a shoe to get out there and hit those trails all season long, then this is the shoe for you. It's breathable, comfortable, and high cushion. It has a rocker midsole geometry, which you can see right here in that, allowing you to push off of your toes just a little bit stronger. It's got innovative foam technology on the inside of the shoe, which we'll show you right now. This way you can be nice and comfortable as you're hitting those trails. It also has carbon fiber plates in it for stabilization. So if you're an avid trail runner, then this is the shoe for you. Not only does it have all of these wonderful features, but it's got some nice tread on the bottom of the sole to help you out there as you're hitting the trails. Now, if you know someone or yourself, if you're a trail runner, well then make sure that you head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on these fabulous shoes. You can also head over to their website at sunandski.com. That way you can get more information on the shoes and order them in your correct size. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. So we're going to go take a look at one of our new segments called Adventures in Coaching, where we're going to talk to a business coach named Kimberly Smith. Let's go take a look at that interview right now.
Welcome to TV8's newest segment. It's called Adventures in Coaching, and it's here to help you grow personally and professionally. And we've got Kim Smith, the expert, joining us. Kim, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and talk to you about all of this.
I'm excited to have you here only because I think powerful women are my most favorite thing, and you are definitely a force to be reckoned with here in our community. So I'm very excited to have you.
Thank you.
Now, let's just dive right into it because we've got a lot of things that we're going to cover over the expansion of some time here on the couch. And so, my first question is, what is coaching?
That is a great question, Maddie. And, a lot of people I think are confused a little bit about that. And I just want to clarify that what it's not therapy, it's not advice, and it's not sports coaching, although we do take a lot of things from sports coaching. In other words, really trying to push you beyond maybe your limits and to set goals and to hold you accountable to, what you decide is important to you.
Which I think a lot of people in certain areas start to struggle with. And so what is your story and how did you get into coaching?
Yeah, that's a great question also. For me, it really came naturally. I was always, even as a young person, really trying to help people and interested in helping, them improve their lives. And I had a long career in marketing and sales, and I worked in on the agency side of things, and in the snow sports industry, and then in tourism. And all the while, I had this small voice in my head that kept saying, you really want to help people more. How do you get out there and do that? And while I was loving my career and I had climbed the ladder, so to speak, and had a lot of accomplishments, there were things that just started to, resonate with me outside of those careers, and really getting into helping people was one of those things that just kept bubbling up and saying, why don't you go ahead and take a leap of faith and do this? And so I finally decided to leave my career and get certified in coaching. And I had a couple of iterations as I went through all of that, and I'm now doing that full time, and I'm absolutely loving it. And it's really where I get, my joy and my purpose is around helping others to really reach their potential.
Which is so cool because you hear of these people that are empaths and they spend their time filling other people's cup in order to fill their own cup, and it sounds like you get the pleasure of doing that in your career. And because you spent so much time in this corporate world, you also have this kind of mindset of how you can help people grow professionally.
Exactly. And yes, it does fill my cup helping others and seeing their process and witnessing change and helping to empower people and enable people to do that is just huge. And I really focus on people working on their careers and with leaders within businesses and teams within businesses themselves, and working with trying to really identify, what that person's purpose is, or a team purpose, and finding out the ways to get there, as well as removing roadblocks that might be getting in the way of their success.
I think it's so important that people take the time to realize that they need that little bit of extra motivation, and this coaching is something that can help them successfully push themselves through that almost like writer's block that we come across in our lives and in our careers. And so you've been doing this for quite some time. What are some of the challenges that you've heard clients complain about?
And that's, I love what you said, that analogy. People come to me because they are maybe feeling stuck in what they want to do. Maybe they've had an idea germinating in their head for a long time. They just don't know how to get it from here to, there, and then move it forward. And I think that's pretty normal. A lot of us have ideas and think like, oh, I want to do this. I want to work on my career. I maybe want to go into an entrepreneurial business. How do I get there? And rather than just continually, ruminating about it, a coach will really help you pull that out, figure out what's important, how do we take those next steps, and what do those look like, and then how can you hold yourself accountable? And a coach will help hold you accountable to those goals that you've set up.
Which I think is something that so many people lack, the discipline of taking the things from their brain, putting them on paper, and then executing them. Yeah. I know that I really struggle with that in certain areas of my life, and so just to have that little bit of extra motivation helps so much. Now, as people are starting to kind of get a coach and work through these processes, what are some of the things that they can expect from the coach?
So first of all, I really, I'll do an intake, so to speak, to, or discovery, whatever we want to call it, but looking at, what is going on and where do you think you want to go? And oftentimes what happens through the process is we find out that what you think you might want to do isn't really aligned with your purpose and what what will really make you successful. So I'll usually take a step back at that point and look at, what is that person's purpose? Have they ever decided what that is, or have they ever clarified that for themselves? Because that can be your foundation. And we'll go into purpose a little bit more in another segment, but that's really, I like to start there and kind of dig around. And I was saying that, it's not so much about looking at your past, but oftentimes there are things in our past that are holding us back from success. Maybe, we don't really know why they're there, or they're a limiting belief. You might have heard that term, limiting beliefs, or little gremlins that are saying, oh, I'm not good enough, or I've got self-doubt around this.
Those mean voices in your head that sometimes you got to work towards shutting off.
Yeah, and so those come up inevitably with everybody I work with. And so we do take a look at that and try to, create the courage to walk through a lot of those fears, or, real, or maybe they're made up fears. Maybe something really did happen in the past that we need to look at. But whatever it is, that's always been a part of, or that will be a part of the conversation.
Now, as people are starting to get interested in getting a coach, what's the time frame like when you guys start working together to when you can kind of execute this plan to move forward?
I like to say that about a 9-week session, or group of sessions, is where you really start to see progress. So if somebody says, oh, I'm going to go to a coach 1 or 2 times, oh, it didn't work, I'm moving on. It's like you've got to give it some time, because more and more things will be revealed as you're working through things. It's not just a one and done. That being said, I don't look at coaching as, like sometimes therapists, work with somebody for years and years. This is more short term. We want to try to get those results and move you forward quickly.
And seeing a coach is like dating someone. You can't just go on 2 dates and be like, this isn't for me. You have to spend some time to get to know them, because you do have to set those boundaries and really learn each other and how you guys work well with each other. It's like forming a whole new relationship.
It really is. It really is. And it's amazing, like the first time, people tend to really not want to talk too much, or they don't know what to talk about. But that's my job, to start really pulling that out of the person, make them feel comfortable, and figure out, where they really want to go and why.
Now, as you are bringing in new clients, who is it that you work with?
So I call myself a career and business success coach. So I work with people that are working on their careers, looking to make change. Maybe there's a transition that they want to go to another business and they don't know what that industry is, or they want to grow within their own organization. And I also work with businesses that are, maybe they have leaders inside the organization that, they would like to have coached. As well as teams, to develop synergy amongst that team, to be able to move that team forward based on their purpose and their goals and desires. So,
which I think is so cool. It's like having one of those group projects in school where maybe someone feels like they have to pull a majority of the weight. To have someone like you come in and then delegate a little bit more clearly and bring that team together to work better together so that everything just can start to roll forward is really cool. Now, as you're kind of coaching these teams, do you feel like you ever have any challenges with a larger group of people?
Oh, absolutely, because there's always 1 or 2 people that are like, why am I here? I don't want to be here. And, they've got their body language, arms crossed, and they're not sure that, why they're there. And, I can, when I'm working with groups or teams, I will coach people individually, with the whole team. And sometimes I'll just have to pull them aside and say, hey, what's going on for you? And, I really try to meet people where they are at and figure out what's going on for them. Because ideally with a team, you want to get everybody on the same page. But yeah, there's people, we're humans, right? We're going to bring our stuff, everything that we have from our whole life, into work, into our business. So, yeah.
I mean, I think what you do is so incredible, and I also think that it's always those people that you see that are so closed off that eventually come around, and they're the ones who benefit the most, because you totally change their perspectives on from where they started to where they are in your sessions.
Right. And I think that's a really good point there, because coaching, a lot of it is about reframing a situation. And instead of being like, oh, poor me, this has happened, or I'm not happy with this, or whatever, looking at it from different points of view can help you look at the opportunity versus the problem.
Which I think that perspective shift is probably one of the largest benefits from getting a coach. And so now, as we're talking about benefits of coaching, what are some of the other ones that people can expect from kind of going through this tribulation with you?
I would definitely say, determining what your purpose is, your why, your reason for being. finding out like what it is that you want to do, and how can you bring that purpose into your workplace or into your life. And it's really a matter of kind of going through some of those things, but also getting results. I mean, ultimately, coaching is about getting results and taking action, moving you forward, and holding you accountable. So I can't, everybody's journey is different. That's why I call it Adventures in Coaching. It's an adventure. There's never a straight line from like what you think is in here to your final goal. You're always going to be zigzagging and finding different ways. And I think some people think that it's like, oh, one straight shot, but it's important to know that, it does take some time, and to give yourself permission to, explore a little bit over here if you think that that's interesting, or maybe this didn't work out exactly as you thought. So what is it, and how do we get back on track?
I think these are all such great benefits that people could really use in their day-to-day life, but also in their personal and professional development. Now, we're going to do a few of these sessions, so what other things can we expect from Adventures in Coaching?
So coming up next is we're going to be talking about purpose and mission and why that's so important. I'll be talking about leadership skills, women in business and the challenges that women have in business. Some things around communication, emotional intelligence, and just, figuring out like how to set goals and how do you really hold yourself accountable to those goals. So those are just a few of the things we'll be talking about.
Kim, I'm so excited to continue to spend time with you so I can keep learning from you just from sitting here. I think what you do is so incredible. And like I said earlier, I think you are a force to be reckoned with.
Thank you. It's fantastic to be here. I really appreciate it.
Make sure that you continue to stay tuned, as we are going to continue our adventures in coaching, only because we're here to help you with your personal and your professional development. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there, everyone. On today's episode of Good Day Vail, I am so excited to bring to you an episode around Vail Valley Partnership. I bet you don't know all the ins and outs, so stay tuned for this fabulous episode, and you will learn everything there is to know about Vail Valley Partnership. Cheers.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun & Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon, or learn more at sunandski.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Good morning, Vail.
If you're looking to go shopping while you're here running around in Minturn, well, Holy Toledo is the place to be, and you can't miss it because it's in such a unique building. And I'm standing here with Heather. Heather, thank you so much for meeting us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
This is such a fun store. You guys have everything imaginable, whether you're in the market for shoes, jewelry, clothes, whatever it is.
That's exactly right. And we've got a big demographic to pull from. We've got over 8,000 consigners from around the world. A lot of them second homeowners from Vail, so we get a really big array of things. And a big demographic like from age 16 to 85. Mostly everyday current clothing, all the way from middle mall brands to probably like couture pieces. So.
Which makes it really fun to come shopping here, especially because you're going to get those great deals on unique pieces. And some of these pieces, like Free People will make a line of clothing, and you guys will have those pieces, and people will search high and low for them, and they can just come right here to Holy Toledo and find them.
Exactly. And in the winter, we get tons of beautiful ski wear, as you can imagine. I also have a relationship with some reps in town and some of the stores in town, so they consign with us as well. So we get some new things, but the most of it, it's all consigned, but most is used.
Which makes it really fun, and plus, sometimes that used stuff is way better because then it's broken in. You have those like weird elbows or something in a sweater, and if you get it used, then they're broken in for you already, so you don't have to get that stiffness out of the product.
Especially a nice pair of Fry boots. So.
Right. Right. And I've been looking at all the shoes around here. I was doing a little bit of pre-shopping before we started the interview. You guys have such great stuff, and you have such a cool story about how Holy Toledo came to be.
Yeah, so my husband and I worked on the mountain most of our lives out here, so we had seasonal jobs. I was an instructor and he was a patroller, and we decided we needed a year-round job, so we kind of decided to take a stab at running our own business. And I had worked part-time at another consignment store in town, and I thought that we could do this fairly well. So then we found this church in Minturn that was for sale, and we bought it and put the store in here. And that's also how we got our name, because it's Holy for the church, and we're on the corner of Main and Toledo.
Which is really cool, and this building is so unique and beautiful, and you guys have done such a good job renovating it and turning it into just a fun atmosphere, a place where you want to come shopping because it's so adorable in here.
Well, thank you. Yes, it's just such a cool space. I feel really lucky to be here. So.
And the church thing makes it so cool, and I didn't know that. I mean, I figured Holy because of the church, but I never really put it together from it being right here on the corner of Main and Toledo. And so what a great name for it, and what a great place to come shopping, and especially if you're just out running around in Minturn.
Exactly. I mean, we've got, like I said, a little bit of everything. So seasonal right now, summer things, and then winter, we just get fabulous things from all over the place. So.
And I've come shopping in here quite a bit. You can find great deals on great things, whether you're looking for an evening dress for maybe that special occasion coming up, or whether you're looking just for some shorts to be wearing around town and comfy and leisurely, and you don't have to break in that stiff denim material.
Yes, exactly right. We do try to buy things, not buy, but consign things that are in great shape. So, I mean, broken in, maybe more for like boots and things like that, but otherwise everything's in really good shape. But she's right about the denim. So,
yeah, sometimes you buy that new denim and you're like, oh, I can't like bend my knees without those wrinkles right behind or in the elbows, and you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable.
Right. So we have that done for you right here.
It just needs a little bit of extra love when you buy it new, and so you don't have to do that. You get it with that love already put into the item, which is really cool. And so you guys have been here for quite some time. How long has Holy Toledo been open?
So 20 years. We passed 20 years this year. So
congratulations on the big 20th anniversary. You guys have done such a good job, and really it's a store that we need here, because sometimes when you're in that last minute pinch to shop for that dress for a gala or something, you can come here and you can find whatever you need.
We do. We have everything from really formal things to Western wear for a Western event. So yeah, you have to come in and check it out.
And if people are interested in consigning to you, how do they get in touch with you guys to do so?
So just give us a call, and we will set up an appointment for you to bring your things in. And, you know, we usually can get you in within a week or so. And
it's that simple.
It's pretty simple.
That makes it so nice, and especially if you're going through your closet. I was just doing some spring cleaning, realized how many things I had that I don't wear anymore, and so I could probably use to come in and give some consignment items. I have this very nice sequins dress that I don't think I'll ever wear again.
Yes, bring it on in, girl. We'll get it sold for you. Someone else will enjoy it.
Which then it kind of creates the sisterhood of the traveling pants, but through maybe a dress or something unique that you can find here.
Exactly, and the other great thing is it's upcycling and recycling, and with so much fast fashion out there, it's a really good way to save the planet.
Fast fashion, that is a new term that we've been hearing a lot. So for people who maybe haven't heard it yet, can you explain it to us?
Yeah, I think it's kind of driven by social media. People want new outfits, and they can't be seen in the same outfit twice. And there's a lot of really cheap stuff on the internet to buy, so and a lot of it isn't very sustainable and made out of polyester and things like that. So it ends up in landfills, and so it's great to go thrifting.
Yes, and you guys are such a great place to do it. So if people are interested, one more time, where are you located and what are your hours?
So we are on at 191 Main Street in Minturn, right on the corner of Main and Toledo. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday 10 to 6, and Saturday and Sunday 10 to 4.
Heather, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and letting me peruse a little bit. I know I'm going to be pulled right out of here, and I can't shop this morning, but I will come back and shop soon because I was just looking, and you guys have such great things.
Thank you so much for having me.
Make sure if you're in the market for some new clothes and you don't want to do that fast fashion, you can come here, you can buy something absolutely incredible, and you'll look good, feel good, and you'll enjoy the ambiance and atmosphere here at Holy Toledo. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Hi, this is Maddie Evans, and you're watching the TV8 Visitors Bureau. Right here where I'm standing, we're at the Lions Head bus stop. Now, if you're looking to make your way from Lions Head to Vail Village, this is the place you want to be because the in-town bus runs here pretty frequently. You can catch it every 10 to 15 minutes on the dot right here, and they've got a nice countdown so that you'll know when that bus is approaching and how far away it is. And then there's multiple bus stops along the way, making sure you get to the right place. And all you have to do to request a bus stop in the in-town buses is pull the cord and you're set to get off the bus. Now that we've made our way here into Vail Village, you can go explore all of the great shops and restaurants that they have over here, but there are so many great stops along the way. On the in-town bus route, you can stop at the library, or you can stop at the medical center, or you can stop in Solaris. There are so many of them to stop and enjoy, and especially when the hustle and bustle of the town is taking place. Now, if you did park over in Lions Head, it's really easy. All you have to do is wait 15 minutes, jump right back on the bus, and it'll deliver you to the parking structure. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Visitors Bureau. If there's anything else you need to know or if you want to see, make sure you contact us and we'll get it made for you. That's been it for this episode of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We'll see you next time.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories and show you how some people are becoming real green.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Earlier we spoke to Fancy Pansy, a local flower shop run by a woman named Frankie, who's been a longtime local. It's a wonderful place to get all of your flower needs and anything you might want for Mother's Day. Maddie spoke to her a little while ago, so let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we were talking about this fabulous women-owned and operated business that we've got here in our community, and it's Fancy Pansy, and I've got Frankie, the owner, joining me on the couch. Good morning, Frankie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so good, only because Frankie and I are longtime friends. We've known each other for forever.
So we're catching up.
We've been catching up. But also, I think that you're such an inspiration to young women such as myself here in our community because you've had this dream, and then you totally brought it to fruition, and now you guys are just crushing it.
Yeah, we've been getting really busy. And some days I'm like, who decided to open a shop? Because I've only been skiing twice this year, so I know. So I'm not having a lot of fun, but one day I will start having fun again.
Right, well, and you guys just do such a good job. Like, all of your arrangements are so beautiful, and you guys have such a perfect spot for it. You're centrally located, you've got great parking, and people can just come in, shop around, explore everything you have to offer. So why did you open a flower shop?
You know, I think for me it was more of, this is the place that I choose to live, and I kind of found a niche that works in this valley because I feel like we go from ski season to wedding season around here. And so it was just kind of, I found a niche that worked, and I'd always wanted to work at a flower shop when I was younger, but I just never did. I got into the legal side of things and risk management, and then one day I was like, what am I doing? I don't like doing this. And so I don't know, it just came to me one day.
And you totally brought it to fruition because I remember being like 15 years old listening to you talk about you bringing this flower shop to life. And then you had the opportunity to do it. So now we're looking at some pictures that you have from inside the flower shop. And this is just such a great place for you to sit down, do your consultations. And let's talk about the ceiling.
Yeah, so I just recently had the ceiling painted, and I was kind of going for Starry Night, and Eric Rittenbaugh is the one who did it, and he did an amazing job. It's really cool looking in there.
It is really cool looking in there, and it's just such a great space for people to come in and explore. And you guys have so much that you offer, and so we're just kind of looking at all the beautiful little trinkets and all the light work. Like, I love those twinkly lights behind everything.
Yeah, there's more of the sky.
It is so breathtaking in there.
It's kind of funky. Yeah, it looks really cool. But once he did the ceiling, then I realized how much the rest of the walls needed painted. So we had to paint those over. But Yeah, it looks really good in there. This was a wedding we recently did. I love the contrast with the snow and the flowers. I thought that was a really cool.
Right, and those big, huge orange roses with the pheasant feathers really giving it that like mountain rustic theme. Like, you guys really capture people's dreams and bring them to life.
I mean, that's the goal. It's not our wedding that we're doing,
Right.
it's your wedding. And so we hope that we can capture the couple's vision when they're getting married.
You guys just do such a good job of bringing all of these colors, and I've been fortunate enough in my life to have gotten a couple of your bouquets gifted to me, and they're always so breathtaking. And you guys do such a good job of putting them in vases that you like will reuse forever.
Right. I like using a unique, cool-looking vase.
Wow, that one is gigantic.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was for a surprise birthday party at Zach's cabin a few weekends ago.
I actually know whose surprise birthday party
Oh, yeah?
that was. It's amazing what you do, and it's amazing to see this dream of yours come to life. And so, as you've been working through everything, how have like all of those little minor steps been? Have you had any real struggles that you could maybe give people advice on?
Oh, there's always struggles, and there's always things that come up last minute that you're just like, quick trips down to Denver to just be like, oh no, I just have to make this happen. So we got to go get the supplies that we need. And just the regular struggles with COVID and trying to work through that and figuring out like, is this sustainable? Is this still going to happen? So I think it's one of those things you just have to kind of put your head down to the ground and just take it day by day is really how I do it. And sometimes I'm a really good planner and sometimes I'm not. And so it's just like, you just have to get through the day and figure out what's going on, and you'll get hit with a lot of different struggles, but you just have to push forward. And I think for me, it's also seeing the end outcome and just looking back. We've been open now 5 years, and looking back where we started, and even my arrangements, I think I can see a huge difference in where I started and where I'm at right now.
Which is so cool to see that progression, and it's just so cool to have a woman-owned and operated business here in our community. It's so inspiring, and like I said, I've been looking up to Frankie since I was like, I don't know, what, 13 probably. We've known each other for that long, and so it's been really cool to see this all come to life, because it really shows that if you put your mind to something and you really want it to happen, you can bring it to fruition.
Right, I agree. It takes work, but it's possible. Yeah.
It's 100% possible. Now, if people are interested in coming in, having you do their wedding, their bachelorette party, whatever it is, how can they get in contact with you, and what's the process like?
So, especially if you're having a wedding, we do have a wedding form on our website, and that kind of walks you through, like, you know, how many, you have the bride, the groom, how many bridesmaids bouquets you need, how many groomsmen, and then you can upload photos so that we can see a visual of what your vision is for your day. So if you're planning a wedding, that's the best place to start. And our website is fancy-pansy.com, and there's a wedding form right on there. Otherwise, just give us a call, 970-470-4182. And then we can just talk you through what we have fresh in the store today. If you're looking for an arrangement that you need put out today, we can do that. And then we'll walk you through the process, have your card message ready, and then we will get that delivered for you.
There's something about walking into a floral shop that just makes me so happy. Where
It smells really good.
It smells really good, and watching everyone work and like kind of the art behind creating these bouquets is so amazing that I'm just like, I couldn't do this, so I just sit there in awe of like, I would love to do this, but like getting to see the process is so cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun. And we do classes as well. We've done like bachelorette parties and wedding parties and things like that, where you can come and you bring a group, and we will show you how to make arrangements and walk you through the process from the beginning to the end, teach you how to cut the flowers. We did several wreath making classes this winter, and so that's always a fun thing. So you come in, we have some drinks, we have some snacks, and then we teach you how to make a floral arrangement.
Now, if people are interested in seeing when these events happen, is this something they can find on your website as well?
I don't have a schedule.
Okay.
As of right now, it's more if you have a group of people that you would like to bring to us, we can set that aside. the goal is eventually to put things on a calendar so that you know on Tuesday, the 18th, we're going to do a flower arranging class and you can sign up. That just hasn't quite happened yet, but that's the goal.
When that happens, call me first. I'm
Okay.
coming. I want to be there 100%. For all of the fun. Now, if someone wants flowers delivered, that's something you guys also do?
Yes, absolutely. We do Cordillera, Edwards, Vail, Avon, obviously, Minturn, those areas in there. We don't really go past Cordillera.
Good to know. Frankie, thank you so much for coming in, giving us all this great information, and thank you for the beautiful flower arrangements that I've received in the past.
Yes, you're welcome.
Make sure that if you have any floral needs that you check out Fancy Pansy. It's located right in the heart of Avon. It's a beautiful place to just go explore and see everything that they have to offer, and keep checking their website because eventually they're going to have these great events lined up for you to participate in. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you for joining us for the second hour of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ben Roof, standing in for Maddie Evans today. We've got a great show in store for you on May 1st. Beautiful day outside today, as you can see from that shot we just had of Lion's Head. We're going to be continuing on with the second hour with our interview with Kimberly Smith during our Adventures in Coaching segment. And then we'll be talking to Ryan Cochran-Siegel in an interview Maddie did earlier this winter. We also spoke to Pure Barre Yoga, and then we'll be finishing off the show by checking out with Apple Fitness and talking to some of their fitness instructors. But now let's go take a look at today's weather.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then make sure you tune in every day at 6:30 and 10:30 p.m. to catch The Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe. I'll be your host, Maddie Evans, and I can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. We recently just introduced you to a new segment called Adventures in Coaching. And now we've got Kim Smith joining me on the couch yet again. She is a wonderful business and career coach to help you further your progression throughout your career and your life. And now we're going to talk all things purpose because it's something that's super important. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back. I'm like totally nerding out about everything that you're saying, only because I think it's so important that people learn all of these lessons that you've been giving us.
Yeah, it really is a great way to really move your life forward and to think about, what is your purpose, which is what we're going to be talking about today. It's so foundational to your success.
And so let's talk about the concept of this life and business purpose that we are going to be talking about.
Okay, great. And so like what I was saying, it's so important to have a foundation and to understand what your purpose is, because so many of us walk through life not really knowing like what makes us tick, maybe what is our calling, so to speak. And a lot of times we run into trouble when we don't really know what that is, because all of a sudden maybe you've been working for many years in a career, maybe you're just starting out and you're like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't really fit. It's something I thought I was supposed to do, but it just doesn't really seem to fit. So when I start working with people, we say, I ask them like, hey, have you ever thought about what your purpose is? And they're like, well, what does that mean? And, it really is taking a look at, what is your reason for being? What is your why, so to speak? And we'll go into a little bit more about, how you develop that.
Now, as we're talking about purpose, everyone thinks about it kind of differently, and it's one of those topics that's so broad and so expansive. And so why is it important for people to find their purpose? That way they can drive themselves forward in their career.
It is so important because it really means that you're digging kind of deep into understanding what makes you tick and what is going to make you happy. And it doesn't mean that, you have a career that is maybe exactly that purpose. It's not so much what you do, it's your why and why are you doing it. And that comes before what you do. Now you can incorporate your purpose into your career. It can be a direct incorporation, like for me, for example, mine is to help people to reach their potential and their success, right? So I do that full time, but prior to this, I brought that into my career, in my marketing and sales careers, and so, I was with a mindset of like, how can I help people succeed? So it doesn't have to be a direct one-to-one correlation, but it's really clear, important to be clear on what it is and why you're doing it so that you can use it almost as a guidepost or a North Star, so to speak, when you're making a big decision.
Now, as people are at home listening, because you've definitely got me thinking about what my purpose is, how can they start to find and develop their purpose?
So it's really a combination of values, passions, and strengths. And what I mean by values are not necessarily like your moral values, but what makes you happy? What's important to you? Could it be connecting with people? Could it be achieving things, risk-taking, adventure, honor, justice, those kinds of things? And I've got a huge list of those things that we go through when you're working with me in terms of defining like what those values are. And it's also important to look at what your passions are. What is it when you're doing it that you forget everything around you? You get lost in what you're doing. And if you can tap into that feeling and bring that into your purpose, think about what it is that you're doing when that happens. That's also a really key point of like determining your purpose. And then of course your strengths, if there's something that you're really good at. Are you good at writing? Are you good at speaking? Are you good at math, science, whatever? What is it that you're good at? You may not even be doing that in your current role right now, but like consider that, because that all kind of goes into the mix of determining what your purpose is.
Which I think is so cool. Even to hear you talk about it, you can see that you are passionate about what you do. Yeah. But we talked about it in the last one where this fills your cup helping other people. So then it brings that aspect of passion into it, which is how you're in the right spot. You found your purpose, not only personally, but when it comes to your career as well. And that's such a unique opportunity and experience for people to sit down, think about it, and have someone guide them through it, because this is something I have personally never thought about.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. We'll have to talk about that.
I know. Now I'm going to sit down and have you coach me just so that I can develop my purpose.
Yeah. And it's those aha moments when somebody, suddenly realizes that like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought of this. Here's an opportunity for me to really define my life and determine what direction I really truly want to go in and what's going to, fit for my passions and my values and my purpose. What is that fit?
And so once you've helped people find their purpose, how do you guys determine if they are living in alignment with their purpose or not?
So that is a great question, and I like to use the analogy of like being in a little boat riding down the river. If you guys can imagine, we do a lot of river sports up here. You're in a boat. You hit the side sometimes, and sometimes you go into a little eddy, and maybe there's some rapids, and occasionally you might get thrown out of that boat. But generally you get back on, you're having fun, and things are going. But when you're not living your purpose, that is when you're in flow, right? But when you're not living your purpose, it probably feels like you're trying to paddle upstream, and you're going up and hard, you're getting more and more tired. And that's how, it works in life. You may experience, burnout in your job, or just like frustration and not feeling like things are fitting. And so that's how I like to use that analogy, just to sort of like do that sanity check. Am I living my purpose or not?
Which I think is something that a lot of people let go by the wayside here, because we do live this like extravagant lifestyle of being outside and doing these recreational sports that we know and we love, and we're soaking up the sunshine, and we're skiing, and we're snowboarding, and we're river rafting, and we're hiking, and we're doing all of these things that help us personally stay sane. But when you transform that into your career, it totally can make a difference, because it can help with your mental health stability, like you said. It can help avoid burnout, and it can lower your stress levels incredibly.
Yes, extremely. And I also think it's really important, because if you have a major decision to make in your life, maybe it's a career change or you're wanting to move, it's a really great way to sort of like measure up, like, is this decision I'm going to make aligned with my purpose? And if it's not, you should really think about, what else you might want to be doing.
Now, as people are listening, because I've been listening this whole time, and they're looking for those specific next steps to start finding their purpose, where do you start?
So the specific next steps are to really think about, again, what are your values and what is it that is making you passionate about something? What do you love doing? And when you're doing it, you're like in that zone, right? You're in the flow. So that's, you can certainly go, there's a lot online about like how to determine your purpose, but I've come up with a methodology that I think breaks it down a lot more simply than what I'm able to find online. And it's confusing. I mean, there's a lot of information out there, from individual purpose to business purpose to mission and vision. And I will talk about mission and vision down the road, but getting clear on your purpose is really important.
And then you said that magic word right there, flow, because once you get your brain to that flow state, and it's easy for you to get up, know what you're doing, be successful in what you're doing, but also not be so overwhelmed that you are experiencing that burnout, your life becomes transformed for the better.
Yes, that's certainly the hope, right? And the reason for doing this is to get people to a place where they're happy and they feel empowered and that they know where they want to go with their lives.
Now, what is one of the biggest benefits people will see as they start to develop their purpose and kind of define it a little bit better?
Really, it is about being clear about where you're going and what you want to do. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Taking that and what do you feel when you are living on purpose? And then, how do you align it with your life? That's the next step, is to kind of look at, okay, I've got my purpose figured out. How do I incorporate that into my life? And it doesn't have to be, like I said, a one-to-one exact, this is my purpose and therefore I'm going to only do this. But how do you bring it into your life, into your relationships, with your family, your coworkers, your work? It really is an umbrella that goes over everything that you're doing.
Which I think is one of the most fascinating parts for me, just to hear you talk about this, but then know your story of you finding that purpose throughout your career and succeeding very well in this marketing career that you had for so long, but realizing you wanted more and you wanted to bring these two together, and now you have the opportunity to do both. So I have a couple more questions for you, but one of them is, if someone is at home listening to this and they're like, wow, I feel like I could develop so much by having some one-on-one time with Kim, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you, to book you as their coach?
Thank you for asking. You can go to my website, which is adventuresandcoaching.com, or reach me at kim@adventuresandcoaching.com. It's pretty straightforward. Just reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you. There's also a little form on my website that tells me a little bit more about you before we talk. And I set up initial calls just to kind of do a little discovery and see if it might be a good fit for both of us.
It is important that you make sure that you guys click well together. Now, we're going to continue to do these sessions where you can not only help us critically think about maybe our purpose or where we want to grow professionally or personally, or just really to define what we think we should be doing. So what are some of the other great topics we're going to be covering?
So we're going to be talking about some women in business issues because I am currently holding a Women in Business series through the Vail Valley Partnership. And that's been really enlightening for me to be able to work with a lot of women in the Valley and talk about, what are the challenges here? So I'll be talking about that, leadership, communication skills. I am going to be doing a segment on business coaching and what that looks like. And so, the topics are endless. And if there's anything that you guys want to hear from me about, please let Maddie know here and we'll go from there.
Kim, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, giving all of us this great information. You've definitely got me critically thinking about where I want to go and what my purpose is.
Great.
And I think that's one of the coolest parts about you taking these next steps with people to just help them grow.
Yeah, thanks so much. It's been fantastic spending time with you, and I love talking about this, and I'm super excited to be part of the Vail Valley and the business community here, and look forward to coming back again soon.
Kim, again, thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you continue to stay tuned as we are going to continue to dive deeper in this Adventures in Coaching, only because it can help you in so many ways grow better than you knew possible. And defining your purpose is one of those very first steps. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, Hi, it's Maddie from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on Channel 92? Because we're always bringing you more Good Morning Vail every day from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More scoreboard updates every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. More Good Day Vail, 2 back-to-back episodes daily at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. More news segments and shows highlighting our local community. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or on our website at tv8vail.com.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're going to go take a look at an interview that Maddie did over the winter with Ryan Cochran-Siegel, who took silver medal in the Super G in 2020. He was here in town during the World Cup race for the Birds of Prey at Beaver Creek. Maddie talked to him for a little bit about his clothing line. Let's go take a look.
Welcome back to the show. We're sitting here at the beautiful Gravity House, and we're going to talk about some very special things here. Alps and Meters, which is a clothing line that you're going to want to get your hands on, and we have one of their fabulous ambassadors with us, Ryan Cochran-Siegel. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you're here for Birds of Prey, which
Yep.
is really exciting because this is one of the few stops on the North American tour.
Yeah, I mean, I think as Americans, we always love being here. It's kind of our home race, and we have some good history, so it'll be an exciting weekend.
And now you're an ambassador for this incredible company behind us, and you can see the apparel is so nice. And so what is Alps and Meters, and what makes it stand out against some of the other luxury brands?
Yeah, so I think, Alps and Meters is based in traditional alpine wear. You want to wear it on the hill and off the hill, having that functionality. And it's really just about storytelling, both, the pieces that are made and I think the people that are part of the brand. And it's been a really fun ride to be a part of.
And so what made you decide to partner with them, and what do you love specifically about them as a brand?
I think as a ski racer, we're kind of just so zoned in on like being in training venues, being in race courses, and I think Alps and Meters they've allowed me to really express myself outside of that. I think it's a lot of timeless pieces and, really into that like cozy après style and wear that you get to wear off the hill. I mean, I also enjoy skiing on it on the hill too when I'm out free skiing and whatnot. But yeah, it's for those that like to have fun and like to look good while doing it.
Which I think is definitely what this brand captures as a whole. And so if people are looking to find the brand inside Gravity House, what line can they find?
Yeah, so they have the High West line, which is really just for kind of ski culture in the Rockies. Really, it's about, the cultures of Park City or Jackson or places like Vail, where skiing is so rooted in the culture in these towns, and being kind of true to that look and then also having a unique perspective as well.
And so why would you recommend that people in Vail come in and get their hands on this amazing apparel?
I think it's the versatility. I mean, I think you look good when you're wearing it. It's super cozy, like this sweater is very nice. But then it's also when you can bring it out on the hill, and it's that dual function of looking good while skiing, getting some cool, cute photos out there, and then coming in and having a beer with your friends.
Which I was looking through some of the apparel, and having down, especially as we've been seeing those cooler temperatures, it makes all of the difference out there on the mountain. So let's shift gears a little bit. We're here in Gravity House. There's some great amenities. We were kind of going through some of them earlier. The yoga here is amazing. And is that something that you practice pretty regularly with your sport?
I don't practice it enough. Honestly, it was a goal of mine to do it more regularly. But I love yoga. I think I'm not a very flexible person, so I'm incredibly challenged when I do it, but I always feel amazing when I walk out. And I think it's so good for your body to get moving, to be pushed in certain ways, and it's a healthy aspect of a good lifestyle.
And then here in the Gravity House, so many amenities. Not only do they have the yoga, but they have the state-of-the-art dry land where you can get down there and you can really train for maybe some big upcoming races.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool dynamic. I think it gives you, everything you need as both an athlete and I think just a general, active person.
And then you can top it off with the amazing restaurant that they have here, which is Slope Room, which is just right upstairs. It has delicious food, and their big thing is being more sustainable and friendlier to our environment.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's, direct farm to, the table you're sitting at. And I think being able to have that connection and understanding where your food is coming from is, I think, so critical, especially, as we progress as a society going forward. We need to be very conscious of, the habits we're taking part in and what we're doing as people, because it has a huge impact in the future.
It does have a huge impact. Now let's talk a little bit about the snow conditions right now, because you ran some gates earlier, you did some training, now the big competition is right around the corner. Anything that you're nervous for as you're gearing up to ski for the Xfinity Birds of Cup?
It's funny, in the start today, sometimes I get nervous, sometimes I don't. I don't know if it was what I ate. I was definitely feeling something in my stomach. But that being said, I think I'm just looking forward to a fun weekend. They usually do an incredible job preparing the slope, and it's just it's a really cool track to ski. Whether you've been to Birds of Prey or not, or Beaver Creek, it's definitely a track to kind of witness and see how we ski down it. So looking forward to having a lot of fun. I think, hopefully praying for good weather. But yeah, it'll be a cool experience.
And now let's talk a little bit about your long-term career. So what is the biggest challenge that you faced thus far in your career?
That's a good question. I think as an athlete, injury is always kind of, present, and I think we've all come back from different injuries. So, I've had a pretty bad knee injury. I had a neck injury 2 seasons ago too. So it's kind of, battling that willingness to push your body beyond, your comfort zone. And the times when I've been skiing the fastest is, when I'm in that zone. So in order to have success, you really do have to put yourself out there, but that always comes with risks and consequences as well. So
it's always those give or take moments where you're like, this could be really bad if something goes wrong, but I'm so confident in where I am that's when you are striving. And now, what are some of the biggest successes that you've seen throughout your career?
I mean, on the results page, I've had a few good ones. I was able to win a World Cup in the 2021 season. I just came off an Olympic medal in Beijing as well. Those are definitely the highlights from, non-results based. I think it's just the feeling and the idea I have of when my best skiing is, and those experiences too, that I think will further help me continue to have success.
And now as we're looking forward for the rest of the season, anything else besides Beaver Creek that you're really looking forward to on your tour that you're going to be doing?
I would say I enjoy skiing every venue we go to. There are definitely ones that are kind of in, a little bit more important to me, or I guess highlighted, Bormio. We have races in Italy right after Christmas, and it's a fun hill. I've definitely had some good success there. And then moving into January, the World Cup Classics with Kitzbühel and Wengen. And then last we have World Championships in Courchevel. So there's a lot of races, and every week's important, but some stick out more than others.
Which is so incredible. And then of course you have some big inspirations and some big sponsors that have gotten you to the point that you're at now. So is there anyone that you want to say thank you to?
Yeah, I mean, first off, probably Alpe Cimbra. They've given me a lot of support these last 3 seasons. My main equipment sponsor, Head Skis and Boots, they provide the service and the equipment that I need to send it down the hill fast. I should shout out to my cousins, Untapped, my personal maple syrup provider. And then Smith Optics, actually, they've been huge in the last few years too. So I think I really hope I'm not missing anyone else. It's a good list. Erica?
It is a solid.
Swix, yeah, my pulse supplier, and ASP. They keep me pushing down the hill fast. And I think also Wintersteger. The last 2 seasons we've been partnered, and the support that all of these brands gives, I think it helps me kind of go out the start and feel supported and allow myself to go out there and ski fast.
Now my favorite question to ask any and every athlete that we have the chance to talk to is, if you could give yourself as a younger version one piece of advice, what would it have been?
I think focus on the aspects that you're best at and rely as little as possible on what other skiers are doing. I think to develop the best skier that you can be, it's really keying on those little things that you do well and really like just building upon that. I think it's also really hard in competitive sports. You're always trying to compare yourself to others, and really when it's all said and done, it's so much more important about the work you're doing to yourself and what that's building.
Which I think is so important, and I think it's so important that all the young athletes of the world, and especially those that are maybe getting into ski racing, hear that, because it is such a highly competitive sport, and you are standing on some of the biggest stages in the world. You've got eyes on you from every angle, and so to just sit back and enjoy your sport and remember that it's you on that snow and get out there and just try your hardest is really important.
Absolutely, and have fun.
And have so much fun, especially when the snow is good, but not ruining the race conditions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and sharing one of your newest partnership deals with us.
Thank you, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Make sure that you come in to Gravity House and you check out the incredible collection of clothing in here, because you're going to want to get your hands on it. I know I've been eyeballing that jacket since we sat down. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
It's that time of the morning where we're talking Sun and Ski Product of the Week. Now, here we've got a great trail running shoe. It's the men's North Face Summit Vective Pro. If you're looking for a shoe to get out there and hit those trails all season long, then this is the shoe for you. It's breathable, comfortable, and high cushion. It has a rocker midsole geometry, which you can see right here in that, allowing you to push off of your toes just a little bit stronger. It's got innovative foam technology on the inside of the shoe, which we'll show you right now. This way you can be nice and comfortable as you're hitting those trails. It also has carbon fiber plates in it for stabilization. So if you're an avid trail runner, then this is the shoe for you. Not only does it have all of these wonderful features, but it's got some nice tread on the bottom of the sole to help you out there as you're hitting the trails. Now, if you know someone or yourself, if you're a trail runner, well then make sure that you head over to Sun and Ski Sports to get your hands on these fabulous shoes. You can also head over to their website at sunandski.com. That way you can get more information on the shoes and order them in your correct size. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this product of the week. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We're going to go check out a Pure Barre yoga studio over in Edwards. But first, we're going to take a quick look at today's weather.
If you're looking for a great way to get nice and conditioned for ski season because it's right around the corner, we are so far into August, well, Pure Barre might be the solution for you. And I'm standing here with one of the Pure Barre experts, Maddie. Good morning, and thank you for meeting us.
Good morning. Thank you for meeting us today.
So we're in here. This is a really fun space, and Pure Barre is something that we've had you guys here in the Valley for a couple of years, but it's something that might be new to a lot of people.
It is. We've been around for quite a few years now, but we did a grand reopening this March. We are always welcoming new people into the studio and also have some old faces too. It's always a fun place to be.
It is a fun place to be, and it's really important that people start conditioning now that ski season is here. You want to make sure your muscles are ready to go, and some of us have some reoccurring injuries that have come back ski season after ski season, and this is a way not to push those injuries, but to kind of help facilitate the muscles around the injuries.
Totally, yeah. Pure Barre has lots of small range of motion movements. Super important to stabilize small muscle groups while focusing on the main muscle groups as well. Stabilizing those muscles for skiing training and also putting you in those positions to keep everything strong and ready to go for the winter time.
And so what makes Pure Barre different than something like Pilates or maybe like going out and doing SoulCycle? How people think that's great conditioning, but in SoulCycle you're really only using one muscle group in your legs. Right. And in Pilates, you're kind of really hammering those muscles. And so Pure Barre is a good way to just kind of start to reactivate them all.
Yep, exactly. Pure Barre is an awesome way. It's a head to toe body workout. You activate all muscle groups. You start from warm up all the way to arms, abs, thighs, and seat. You do all of the muscle groups. It is all full range. So we have different class platforms. We have Empower, which is our cardio-based class, and then Reform, which is similar to Pilates, but lots of slower moving and long range of movement, while again focusing on those small and big muscle groups. And then our classic class is right in between the two of them. It's a little bit faster moving, but again activating all those muscle groups at the same time. So it kind of separates while making sure that within the whole hour of your class that you're working your entire body. And just strengthening everything, yeah.
And so the benefit of something like Pure Barre over Pilates is you're making all of those small little muscles around everything work too, instead of just targeting those larger grouped muscles, correct?
Yep, exactly. Yep, you're getting small and big muscles, everything, yeah.
Which is really important when you have a bad shoulder and you need it to not dislocate. I would imagine that Pure Barre would be kind of the solution for that.
Exactly, lots of people, I had an injury from skiing years ago, so I started picking up Pure Barre because heavy lifting was causing more of a problem with myself, and so I was able to still get an amazing workout in without damaging my muscles more. And it's been the case for a lot of people here. It's been awesome for strength training and conditioning and getting everybody back into shape while having a fun time with the music, and it's an awesome community to be a part of.
It is. I've heard really wonderful things about people that have come in here, taken some of the classes. Not only is it where you just get to come, you get to form a community, but then you just have the empowerment of all those people that you're taking the classes with, and you can see them just diving down, honing in, and toning these muscles so that they're prepared for whatever activity they want to do.
Yep, exactly. It's so much fun. We have men and women that come to join us all the time. We have small to big class sizes all the time. Weekends are always busy. It's always a fun group of people that come in.
And so if people are interested, maybe they've never taken a Pure Barre class, do you have one that you would recommend a newbie to start out with?
Yes, we recommend coming to our classic class. We have them all throughout the day, throughout the week as well. We just ask that you come at least 15 minutes before. You can call our studio whenever. We have somebody here, and we can get you all set up. We just go through a few minutes of some form techniques before we get started and just teach you a few things about Pure Barre and what you need to do.
See, that's great, because sometimes I feel like I go to a yoga class and they're like, and now get into this pose. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I'm just going to awkwardly stand here until you do it or you tell me what I'm doing. And so it's nice that you give people kind of that forewarning and that form technique so that they know exactly what they're getting into when they walk in.
Exactly, yeah. We have our instructor start off with them and get them all set up. And then we are looking to add our foundations class back in, which is our classic class, just going into more deliberately through all of our movements and forms, and you'll hear lots of different, it's a completely different lingo than all other things, but it's super fun and it's awesome. Yeah, the instructors are amazing. It's a good, really fun crowd.
And so people can get memberships and come in, join you guys, and be here for many of the classes that you have to offer, only because there's so many different ones, and it's just such a great way also to meet some empowering people here in the community through the form of exercise, which is so important because we all like to be outside and doing everything that you can do outside. So it's important that people get their bodies nice and toned for that. And then if people are interested in these memberships, how can they arrange to be part of that?
You can either go onto our website, purebarre.com, and you just select Pure Barre Vail Valley, or you can come into the studio. Me or Allie will be here, and we are happy. All of our front desk girls are happy to help. We have lots of different options. We have punch classes, class packs, and also year-long contracts to 3-month-long contracts.
It's amazing, and you guys offer so many classes in a day, so if you are maybe someone who works that 9-to-5 job, do you guys have those evening classes to make it convenient?
We do. Right now we have a 5:30 class. That is our latest class, but we have 4:15. We start as early as 6 a.m. and end at 5:30.
Which makes it nice and convenient for everyone getting out there, maybe getting their workout in before they get to work, which is a great way to start your day because then your energy levels are through the roof.
Exactly. Then you're just done for the day, and then you can also end with a sweet treat at the end, and yeah, just hang out with all of your friends. It's super fun.
Do the workout, then go get a coffee, and you're in heaven right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if people are interested, where are you guys located so that they can come in and maybe do some shopping too? You have great retail.
Yeah, we have lots of fun retail. We're getting a lot more. We're going to try to get it a lot more often here in the studio. But yeah, we're open all the time. We're right in Riverwalk, right across the street from Starbucks and PE 101. So come in and stop and say hi. We'd love to get to meet you guys.
We would love for everyone to come in here. And so as people are starting to hear more about Pure Barre, thanks to this interview, and thank you so much again for meeting us.
Guys.
What do you know the phone number off the top of your head for people to call? No, we'll put it up on the screen. That's totally fine. That was an on-the-spot question. You passed.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we will, yeah. Call us if you guys have any questions when you guys see the number.
Maddie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today and giving us all this great information on Pure Barre, only because it's such a great way for people to start getting in shape or maybe to rehab an injury like yourself. And maybe now I need to put this on my calendar and come rehab my injury this way.
Absolutely. Come join us. We'd love to have you guys. Yeah, for sure.
Make sure that you come over to the Riverwalk, you check out Pure Barre, you get yourself a membership, and that way you can get nice and toned in for ski season. And we still have a little bit of like summer body season, so if you're also just looking to get nice and toned, this is a great way to do so. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey there, I'm Cece Zach, and today's episode of Good Day Vail, we are going to meet with an extraordinary woman who has defied all odds to be the first rocket scientist to climb 7 summits. She's the first U.S. woman to look towards the Explorers and the Adventurers Grand Slam in trekking. And if you haven't guessed it, it's Megan Buchanan. So please stay tuned for this episode of Good Day Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
If you haven't seen Good Day Vail lately, here's what you've been missing. I'm Cece Zach, and I'm the host of Good Day Vail, and you can find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92 or on our website at tv8vail.com and on YouTube. We're here to serve the Vail Valley, and we look forward to sharing our story with all of you.
I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help.
There you go.
Dad's the expert.
but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about.
There's nothing like turning your house into your home, and that's what we help you do every week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. A little while ago, Maddie spoke to several of the trainers with Apple Fitness about some of the new features that the Apple Fitness program offers and some of the new connectivity available with the new Apple Watches. Let's go take a look at that conversation now.
If one of your New Year's resolution is to stay fit and stay motivated to continue to stay fit, well then Apple Fitness Plus has you covered, and we've got their great team joining us to give us some more information. So let me introduce you to Jules, Emily, and Bakari. Thank you so much for meeting us.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Now, as people are getting motivated for the new year to stay fit and to stay active, Apple Fitness Plus has some really big announcements. Jules, can you give us some more information on what people are looking forward to?
Absolutely. We are so excited to be coming to you from the Apple Fitness Plus studio in Santa Monica. Apple Fitness Plus was built to be the most inclusive and welcoming fitness and wellness service in the world. Everyone's invited to the party, no matter where you're at on your fitness journey. We've got 12 workout types and meditation. We've got the best playlists from Apple Music, and of course, a world-class trainer team to keep you motivated. And we've had some really exciting announcements to kick off the year. We've brought kickboxing to the service as a new workout type. We have a new artist spotlight featuring all music from Beyonce. We've got meditations for sleep. And if you're someone who likes to get out and go for a walk, our audio walking experience, Time to Walk, the guest is Jamie Lee Curtis. And there's so much more to explore. We just can't wait to help people get more active and take care of their overall well-being this year.
Now, you've got two wonderful fitness trainers with you right now, Apple Plus fitness trainers with you right now. And so if people want some more tips on how they can stay active and stay motivated, Emily, can you kick us off with some of your great tips?
Absolutely. I know we both have tips, but I will go first. Fitness Plus is about getting fit, but it's also about being healthy and feeling good. So my best piece of advice for anyone getting back into fitness or just starting off is to start simple and stay consistent with it. We have workouts from 5 minutes to 45 minutes. So you can fit it into your busy schedule. You can take on a longer workout if you do have the time, or you can even stack workouts and meditations if you're feeling adventurous.
And my tip this year to stay active is music, to lean into music. It is everything when you're working out. And at Fitness Plus, there's all different types of music as well as playlists for each workout. There's pure dance, which is my favorite, hip hop, R&B, throwback hits, Latin grooves. So there's definitely something for everyone. As Jules mentioned, we have artist spotlight workouts. I just led a hit workout. That's all music by Beyonce.
Was in it.
Emily was in it. Yeah, when Alien Superstar comes on, we are all in.
I love that, only because I love Beyonce, so that sounds like a ton of fun. Now, we're talking about getting people motivated as well. There are some great ways to help people get started and stay motivated. Now, can you give us some more information on how that's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, one way to stay motivated is to try something new. And there are so many workouts to try and trainers to meet in Fitness Plus. You can think about it like going on a fun adventure, and that can keep you motivated, and you might also find your next favorite workout type. Another way to stay motivated is to be a beginner. I mean, no matter if you work out every day, everyone can be a beginner at something, and that can be really inspiring. I know Bakari's been having this experience recently.
That is so true. One thing that is really special about Fitness Plus is that we as trainers support each other and are in each other's workouts. So we are right there learning something new, but we're always showing modifications, even if you are trying something new for the first time. So I've been in our new kickboxing workouts, and that is a newer workout type for me. So I am right there branching out with you and trying something new this year.
Oh, yeah.
Which, as a diehard skier and being here in the mountains, I think that this could be my new favorite thing, because I definitely should branch out from just skiing. Now, all of this sounds so amazing. Do I need an Apple Watch to participate in Fitness Plus?
you can definitely use your Apple Watch to take your Fitness Plus workouts to the next level with metrics on the screen and personalization. But we've been so excited to make Fitness Plus available to anyone who has an iPhone. So you can use it on your iPhone, on your iPad, on your Apple TV. You find it on your iPhone right there in the Fitness app.
I love using my Apple Watch, but the best part about Fitness Plus being available to anyone with a phone is that if you do have a friend or a family member that doesn't wear a watch, they can still join in on the fun.
That's right.
Which I think the fun should be shared with the entire family. Now, it's not only important to stay physically fit, but stepping in and getting mentally fit as well. And that's really kind of intimidating to get started. Now, you guys have some great ways on how people can do that right now.
I mean, most people know that meditation is a great way to relieve the stress and anxiety that we all face every day. And Fitness Plus has meditation. It's so popular. We have themes like calm and focus, kindness and gratitude. And we recently worked with the health team at Apple to create meditations for sleep. They are really, really so enjoyable. And we have a program to kick that off too, to help you get started, to learn meditation techniques that help you unwind at the end of the day and hopefully fall asleep more easily.
Now, if people are interested in participating in all of the fun that Apple Fitness Plus has to offer, where can they find it on their phones?
Right there on your iPhone in the Fitness app. Apple Fitness Plus is that center tab.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to chat with us. I cannot wait to start taking some of your workout classes right here on my cell phone.
That is so great to hear. And we have an entire team at Apple Fitness Plus to help you reach your fitness and wellness goals this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure that you check out your own phone. That way you can participate in all of the Apple Fitness Plus fun into the new year. It's not only going to help you stay active, it's going to help you stay motivated, and it's going to help you stay mindful. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Thank you so much for tuning in with us today at Good Morning Vail. If you're looking for anything else to do today, please go ahead to Gypsum and check out the Nature Tykes Walk at 10:15 with Walking Mountain Science Center. That's going to be over at the Gypsum Library. And it is a little bit slower being the shoulder season. So the only other thing that we've got going on for you today is the Teen Advisory and Crafts event over at the Gypsum Public Library. And that's going to be today at 4:15. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to Good Morning Vail, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting